Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Audacious proposal to leave Everett behind? Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Jada Hunter will soon encounter a new obstacle. Fans of DOOL are aware that Jada is not happy about Bobby Stein, alias Everett Lynch, relocating to Salem because he broke her heart and completely changed her life. But things will become even more complicated when Rafe Hernandez discovers that Bobby and Jada's marriage is still valid. There will be considerable uncertainty around the divorce, which might damage Jada and Rafe's personal bond. According to Day's teasers, Jada will lose her patience even further if Sloan Peterson Brady confirms the rumor that the divorce was never legally finalized. Jada has finally found happiness, so she won't allow Bobby ruin her romance with Rafe either. Bobby has taken enough from Jada. In light of this, how far will Jada go to demonstrate that Bobby, aka Everett, fully supports her? It's possible that Jada will locate the appropriate court records and resolve the divorce matter. However, if Sloan and Rafe are correct and the divorce isn't complete after all, then there might be an issue. In any case, given that Day's teasers indicate Jada is desperate, it's simple to picture her taking a risk. Will Jada ultimately choose to ask Rafe to marry her? Even though Rafe is aware that Jada despises Bobby and is not interested in getting back together, the prospect of marriage will nonetheless make him less effective. Jada might expressly state that Rafe is the guy she wishes to marry, whether or not her Bobby marriage is still recognized. As viewers of DOOL may remember, Jada recently spoke with Wendy Shin about her improvised marriage to Trip Johnson and whether or not Wendy felt they were truly married. That exchange might have set the stage for Jada to ask Rafe to marry her. It's not difficult to picture Jada unexpectedly popping the question in the hopes that Rafe would realize how devoted she is to him. Jada put the brakes on moving in and didn't want to rush things, so Rafe may be worried, but a lot has changed since then. Jada is probably realizing how much she loves Rafe and wants a future with him now that Bobby has returned to her life. In the end, fans of Days will witness Jada's desperation as she strives to demonstrate that her Bobby marriage is over. That suggests that Jada may insist on pushing forward and make Rafe a new marriage proposal. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Rafe and Jada will talk about some significant subjects, so we'll keep you informed about any engagement rumors as well as any future predictions involving them. Sarah's error in believing Khan results in a double kidnapping? Spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that Sarah Horton continues to support Konstantin Meliunis. But Xander Cook's instincts about the Greek conman are correct. Is it possible that Sarah's trust will enable her and Victoria Cook, the baby, to be abducted twice? It's possible that Konstantin will become so desperate as to act inconceivable. How is Xander going to save Sarah and Victoria now that he's been charged with attempted murder? Victoria Cook's unresolved kidnapping. DOOL spoilers indicate that Victoria was abducted upon Konstantin's arrival in Salem. Fans will remember that Teresa Donovan was forced to perform the crime by Konstantin. Subsequently, Konstantin promptly rescued Victoria from the abductor. Although Konstantin had a crafty pretext, the crime hasn't been made public yet. In the Monday, March 25, 2024, episode, Xander and Sarah got into a furious argument over Konstantin. Xander's instincts about the Greek conman are correct. Xander stated that Victoria was abducted as a result of Konstantin's ties to the Greek mafia. Sarah, though, is adamant that Konstantin has changed. According to previews on Days of Our Lives, Sarah has supported Konstantin ever since Victoria was saved. Sarah is unaware that Konstantin orchestrated the fictitious abduction. Maggie Horton Kyriakis then sought Connie's assistance after failing to calm Victoria. Up until lately, Maggie wasn't sure how she felt about Konstantin. Konstantin is viewing John Black differently now that she has forgiven him for Katharina Meliunis' passing. Maggie's faith in Konstantin seemed to be growing rapidly. Could there be an unexpected turn of events as Konstantin becomes more and more desperate for money and revenge? Will Sarah be willing to go with the villain because she trusts Konstantin? Will Victoria and Sarah become Konstantin's hostages? In that case, how can Xander save his partner and kid? Recall that Xander is still being prosecuted for attempted murder even though he is out on bond. Xander is innocent, but clearing his name will still be a difficult task. So, will Xander be unable to save the people he loves the most, depending on when Sarah and Victoria vanish? What future events do you anticipate for Constantine? Is Constantine going to be saved, or is he going to commit one more crime? Will Sarah later regret entrusting Constantine with her life? Will Xander be able to save Sarah and Victoria before it's too late if they are taken hostage? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching Peacock Soap Opera to see what happens next. After Sloan bombs Rafe and Jada, Brady lashes out at Holly. As Johnny and Chanel knead dough together, things naturally grow amorous. Johnny has decided to assist his new bride Chanel in her bakery. This week, they're not the only ones enjoying fun. Paulina and Marlena, who have miraculously recovered, go out for cocktails and enjoy a ladies' night on the town. Not everyone can have fun and games all the time. Holly eventually admits to Nicole and EJ that the drugs she overdosed on were her own, not Tate's, at Jude's baptism celebration. Nicole finally breaks down and acknowledges the truth about her beloved Holly. Brady, on the other hand, doesn't hold back and attacks Holly for lying about this for several weeks. Tate is later informed that he is not to see Holly by Brady and Teresa. What then does he do? Naturally, he slips off to see Holly. They are aware that they will be discovered, right? Sadly, Rafe has some news for Jada. However, Sloan is the one who reveals that Jada is still Bobby's wife. Everett, huh? Most likely not the news they were hoping for. Rafe says, "Damn, this is going to get ugly," as the promo ends, before cutting to a menacing image of Everett. This tale appears to be about to take a perilous turn. Days of Our Life spoilers reveal that Everett Lynch aka Bobby Stein will move ahead with hypnotherapy, despite his reservations. Part of Everett is worried about what he might remember if he faces his past and the Bobby side of himself that he's buried. After all, Jada Hunter, Elliot Cantu, thinks Bobby was a monster, so it's easy to see why Everett isn't in a rush to bring him back or pull up those old memories. At the same time, this is the only way Everett is ever going to make sense of his double life. Everett can't just pretend he was never Bobby when there's proof that they're the same person. This may be a case of dissociative identity disorder that was brought on by childhood trauma and complicated even further by Everett's traumatic brain injury. DOOL fans know Everett lost his mother when he was quite young and is experiencing a total memory block when it comes to his father. Everett previously made negative comments about his dad and called him a drunk, but Days writers are pretending that never happened. Now Stephanie knows nothing about Everett's dad other than Everett zoned out the one time she asked about him.